Good evening, I'm Grihatul. The explosive weekend debate raises some crucial questions today and attempts at finding solutions to the ever-growing menace of air pollution in the capital and the other parts of northern India. The matter is dire, since it's even had the Environment Minister of Delhi say that the next 15 days are crucial. This as we walk into the festivities with Diwali round the corner. And as if on cue, we have had a significant plummeting of the air quality with the rising stubble burning instances being reported from the neighbouring states of Punjab and Haryana. Add to it the carbon emissions and vehicular traffic that has gone up many folds in these years to make Delhi an open gas chamber. And mind you, no amount of dissuading the people to refrain from bursting crackers or use public transport more, even hiking the parking fee and putting in place strict orders for the farmers to stop the rampant burning of paddy, any amount of that is not really helping people breathe better. To top it, there is politicking. Just 2 days back, Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva in fact took a dip in Yamuna. It turns out he has been hospitalized after complaints of difficulty in breathing and skin rashes. While he did set out to prove a point against the Aam Aadmi Party government in the national capital, wasn't really he proven right? After all, the former Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal did promise to clean the Yamuna by 2025. In fact, it's nearly 10 years that the Aam Aadmi Party government is in power in Delhi, and now Punjab. Hasn't every claim by the party to curb pollution been an empty promise? No action has been taken. And to the BJP and in turn the central government, I ask, where is the concerted effort to reduce pollution? Why not utilize your energy in working together than indulging in histrionics?
हमारी एक टुक्की ने बता दिया कि आपकी सरकार ने भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त रहकर किस तरह से मां यमुना को गंदा किया है।
अपनी स्वास्थ्य के साथ खिलवाड़ कर उन्होंने सिर्फ उजागर करने के लिए कि यमुना में कितनी प्रदूषण है।
देखो, भारतीय जनता पार्टी पोल्यूशन पैदा करने वाली पार्टी है और उसको ये समझ में आता है कि केवल नौटंकी करने से पोल्यूशन खत्म होता है।
Pollution in the entire northern India, specifically in the national capital, and we know that how air quality index is impacted because of this sort of practice.
Joining me on the broadcast this evening, RP Singh of the Bharatiya Janata Party and Anmol Pawar of the Aam Aadmi Party. Also joining us on the broadcast today is Jaydhar Gupta, who's a founder of My Right to Breathe, is also an environmentalist. Anmol Pawar, I'll of course be beginning with you, since I mentioned how your entire government in the national capital especially is going to be completing a decade, and yet this entire menace of air pollution really plummeting to hazardous levels. And this complaint really stays every winter, every onset of winters.
Grihaji, it would be very unfair to lay the blame only on the national capital, because even you would agree with the fact that it's a North India problem. In fact, it's a pan-India problem, because India is ranked number 3 in the most polluted countries out of 138. And the topmost polluted cities, 20 topmost polluted cities out of the 50 are in state of Haryana. So how could we only blame Delhi every time Delhi bears the brunt of this rising air pollution? But despite that, we are not running away from our responsibility. Delhi government is working tirelessly to curb pollution, and that is why we have been successful in reducing the pollution level by more than 35% in last 10 years. And we have taken all possible measures. But we must also acknowledge that recently the Honorable Supreme Court blasted the BJP-led central government over Delhi's worsening air quality. The Honorable Supreme Court said that the BJP-led central government is not at all concerned about the rising air pollution, and they have not even created the machinery to tackle pollution. That is why environmental laws have become toothless. Secondly, the BJP-led central government got rap on the knuckles when the Honorable Supreme Court discovered that CAQM, that is Commission of Air Quality and Management, which is a central government panel, which is responsible for monitoring the air quality in Delhi. They have not complied with a single direction in last 3 years. They have not issued a single direction in last 3 years, and they have not even constituted committees which are responsible for tackling this problem. But what is shocking and surprising is that the Bharatiya Janata Party, they have orchestrated a conspiracy to suffocate the people of Delhi. And why am I saying this? Because the BJP itself admitted before the Honorable Supreme Court that they have cut 1100 trees in Delhi in an eco-sensitive zone without obtaining the permission of the Honorable Supreme Court, in blatant violation
Okay,
of the
Anmol,
laws
since
of the
you're
land.
talking about the Supreme Court, and I am really sorry to interrupt you here, the rap on the knuckles bit that you had been talking about that the central government has received, hasn't the governments of Punjab and Haryana also received that rap on the knuckle by the apex court of the country? You have your government in Punjab. Why suddenly have you decided to look away? When you were not in power in Punjab, the Delhi government at that time, Aam Aadmi Party, was heavily blaming the government in Punjab for rampant stubble burning that is coming out of the state. Now suddenly nothing, silence.
Not Greha ji, we are in power in Punjab and we are responsible if any such incidents take place there. And we are, let me place a fact on record. There were more than 72,000 incidents of stubble burning when we came in power in 2022. And it is the central government agency data, Indian Agriculture Research Institute data, Central Pollution Control Board data, which says that the stubble burning incident in Punjab has reduced by more than 50%. The incidents have gone down to near about 30,000 this year in comparison to last 3 years. So we are making tireless efforts to deal with this problem because it is affecting all of us. This problem knows no boundaries, and it is the adjoining states of Delhi, whether it's Rajasthan, whether it's Uttar Pradesh, whether it's Haryana. The number of stubble burning incidents have increased significantly in these states. In fact, the pollution in Haryana has increased by more than 1.5 times. And this North India's dire environmental condition is because of inefficiency, because of lack of intent, lack of commitment of BJP-led central government. Their dirty politics, their inaction is responsible for rising pollution levels.
Only you're saying, Anmol? Okay, let me actually bring in Mr. R.P. Singh. First, let him respond to the claims that you have made, and then I'll come back to you. Mr. Singh, how is any amount of histrionics, probably taking that dip in the Yamuna, knowing how heavily polluted the water is in Yamuna, in the national capital, will be helping curb pollution in Delhi? How is that helping? And what is the centre really doing to help with the situation that we have at hand? Mr. Singh.
Sorry, Greha, first let me expose them on the falsehood. 30,000 cases he said in Punjab. Fact is, it is 57,898 cases. In Haryana, it is less than 3,000 cases this year. Do you know the reason? Last year, central government gave 3,333 crore rupees to Punjab for taking care of stubble burning, ensuring that farmers have been paid and they don't do the stubble burning. And plus 1.5 lakh machines to ensure that the stubble is taken from the seedling itself. But those machines are in the godowns. Now, let me share with you something more. I'm standing right now in
the data that Anmol is talking about is very much there. It's very much there, and there is, and the point is that there has been a reduction in stubble burning instances, especially from Punjab. We cannot deny that. At least that part he is right in making that claim, and it is the central government data, by the way. Yes, Mr. Singh, please go ahead.
Can I complete?
Yes, please.
Please check the comparative data of the Haryana also, and then understand what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, I'm standing in front of the iconic smog tower right now.
Okay.
The iconic smog tower, 22 crore rupees of Delhi exchequer was spent on this smog tower in 2021, and it's not working. Where is the sheer wastage of public money, sheer wastage of mine and your taxpayer money, and this is how they wasted this money. Remember those odd and even? I mean, that was again wastage. The real reason, let me tell you the real reason is for the pollution in Delhi, other than the parali, other than the stubble. And then now where I'm standing, the AQI level is 351. They said we reduced. is 351 right now, where we am standing in front of the smog tower. But let's understand what's happening. Delhi needs 15,000 buses, 15,000 buses. And Delhi has something like 4,976 buses, out of which 1,756 buses are provided by the central government, the electrical buses, and then they sleep over it. Delhi's transportation system is crumbling, and because of that, vehicular pollution is increasing day by day. Where is the last mile connectivity? If I have to come today to this metro station, which is next to the Gurdwara Bangla Sahib, next to the smog tower, I don't have any public transport which will take care of me to pick me from my house and get me to the nearest metro, and then I can come to this metro. They just thumped and went in the city saying that, oh, we are going to get the last mile connectivity. Where is that? You remember those mechanized sweepers which were, they came and did tom-tom about those mechanized sweepers? Just recently, I mean just week back, they have picked some 60 mechanized sweepers, where Delhi needs 250 mechanized sweepers today. Just 60 mechanized sweepers. The air pollution, the bigger reason is the dust. The vehicular pollution is another reason. Third, the industrial pollution. What have they done on the industrial pollution? Let's understand. The industry still function in city. Have they done something on that? Fourth, he was talking about the trees. I can give a bet on this. Let him come out with the audit, green audit of the city, and let's have a bet on this, that overall tree plantation in city has decreased down. Whatever has been planted, they are not being maintained. There is no record, there is no audit that how many trees are still are maintained by the Delhi government. Fifth, which is the most important, that is that the lack of the will of Delhi government to ensure to crack, other than blaming the other parties, other than blaming the other states. Earlier it used to, remember, I mean, please go through the debate 4 years back. They would only blame Punjab. It's only because of Punjab that Delhi is suffering. Only because of Punjab, Delhi is suffering. Today they don't talk Punjab, because it's their state now.
Okay, Mr. Singh, I asked him that point, but
today,
you know, all of these claims that you've made.
That whoever burns stubble, they won't pick up their crop. Has Punjab government come with any such action? No.
But sir, that is not dissuading the farmers. That is the problem. That is the problem. If you actually put in certain strict measures and say that we are not going to buy your we are not going to purchase your produce if you indulge in the act of stubble burning, it is not really helping the farmers, sir.
Part of the North India, Haryana has the highest number of the polluted city. It's all because of Punjab, that all that comes from the winds which blow from the north to west. It all blows through this route, and that's how the pollution is there in the city. And as far as center goes, let me also tell you, the eastern and the western corridor has been provided by the center, so that the trucks don't come to the city. Do you see any trucks in city now? No, because they move out, they come to city, they move out from the eastern and western corridor, they don't need to enter the city. Just what center has done, and spent thousands of crores to build up those eastern and western corridors. But other than accusing, they have no solutions. They can only accuse. And let me tell you about the Yamuna ji also. Remember those videos of Mr. Kejriwal? Oh, मैं यमुना में जाकर डुबकी लगाऊं, यमुना जी में जाकर डुबकी लगाऊंगा, 2025 में मैं आपको सबको ले चलूंगा, यहाँ पर सुंदर घाट बनाऊंगा. I'll build a beautiful ghats around Yamuna ji. We see the condition of Yamuna ji. Now they say, no, it's all because of Haryana. It's all because of Haryana. I give a challenge. Please send your cameraman tomorrow with me. Let's stand at the Hathni Kunj and see what's the condition of the water in Haryana and what's the condition of the water in Delhi once it crosses Hathni Kunj and reaches Wazirabad.
Okay.
There are 27 nalas which are not being
got your point,
care.
Mr. Singh. Just keep the points for the next time. I would just want Anmol to respond to the claims that you've made. Anmol, this is a very pointed attack that the Bharatiya Janata Party member, Mr. R.P. Singh, has made on the Aam Aadmi Party government. Mr. Singh, I'll come back to you. Give me a second. Mr. Singh, are you able to hear me, sir?
Our president has just gone and taken a dip. And he was courteous enough.
Okay, I don't think Mr. Singh is able to hear me. We will get that audio link slightly sorted. But Anmol, these are very critical points and point by point answers that Mr. Singh has given. He is there at the smog tower, by the way. He's done his homework. He's speaking about the metro routes. He's talking about the smog tower. He's talking about Yamuna, the claims to clean it. Everything has been put in place. What is your answer to all of these issues that he's raised? He's also spoken about electric buses. He says Aam Aadmi Party government has been sitting on it. Many of the buses still need to ply on the roads.
I'll answer specifically to all the questions raised by Mr. Singh.
Yes.
Although all the BJP spokesperson, they are pathological liars, biggest hypocrites. But I'll today expose their hypocrisy and duplicity. They talked about buses and public transport. The only state in the country who has the largest fleet of electric vehicles, electric buses, is Delhi. We have more than 2,000 buses, whereas on the other side, Haryana has zero buses, zero electric buses. And we are the
Anmol,
second
tell me
largest in
something.
the world.
You know, it's fine.
I'm-
It's fine to
I'm-
go ahead
I'm
and attack.
answering-
It's fine to go ahead and attack a government where there's a Bharatiya Janata Party government, not the Aam Aadmi Party government. But say what you're doing for Delhi and Punjab, for that matter. It's your government. What have you done to reduce the air quality issue that we face every time there is an onset of winters? This is something that Delhi has been grappling in. It's fine. I do understand that the carbon emissions have increased.
Let me answer. Let me answer.
Traffic has
Let me
increased.
answer.
But what is the
I'm-
government really doing? And where is the implementation?
See, I'll answer your question. First, let me answer what Mr. Singh has said. He said that the green cover, that the number of trees have reduced in Delhi. Mr. Singh, the green cover in Delhi has increased by 3%. It was 20% in 2015. Now in 2024, it's 23.6%. He said that he talked about smog
How
tower.
much
He said
are
that he's standing
trees which are
at the smog
surviving?
tower. Grihaji, there are two smog towers in Delhi. One is in CP, which is maintained by Delhi government. It has a lifespan of 2 years, and we have already filed an affidavit before the Honorable Supreme Court informing them that that the particular smog tower has completed its lifespan.
When was
Whereas
it filed?
the other,
When was it filed? Anmol?
it was filed this year. While on the other hand, there's another smog tower in Anand Vihar. अब कोई इनसे पूछे कि वहाँ पे कभी जाके झांकते भी हैं या नहीं?
No.
Because
I
that
want
is
to
maintained by
understand,
central government.
has the Aam Aadmi
That
Party
is maintained
government
by
only
central government.
acted
What-
once the
no, what we-
deterioration in air quality really started? Is it delayed
now
action?
let
Because
me-
we've had reporters who
let
had
me
gone on
respond.
ground and spoken about how the smog tower hasn't really been working. We are
Grihaji,
bracing up to this entire stubble
let me
burning
respond.
instance that is going to be
Let me
reported out of
respond.
Haryana and Punjab. It is going to be a trouble for the national capital,
Let me-
and the smog tower is not working. What did the Aam
Let
Aadmi
me
Party
respond to
government
what
do
we have
beforehand?
done. Let me respond to now what we have done in past 10 years. In past 10 years, we have provided 24/7 electricity to the residents, which has reduced the dependence on generators. We have closed all the industries which ran on which ran on coal, which has reduced the pollution significantly. We have transformed the industries which were working on diesel and petrol to PNG, which has further helped us in reducing the pollution. We have introduced a tree transplantation policy, and over the period of last 10 years, we have planted more than 4 crores of trees in Delhi. That is the reason why the green cover has increased to 23%. And we have introduced a progressive EV policy.
Okay.
And today, we have the largest fleet of public buses running on electric fuel. And as far as private vehicles are concerned, there are more than 25% vehicles which are plying on road, which run on electric fuel. But on the other hand, Bharatiya Janata Party, other than casting blame on Aam Aadmi Party, other than every time this pollution issue arises, they just cast the blame.
Okay, let
but
me
they have
speak
done
to an
nothing
expert in
last
this
10
case,
years.
and let me
I
take a
can
look and take
challenge
stock
them.
of the situation.
I can-
Anmol, okay, fine, we got your point, and Mr. Singh, I will come back to you in just a second. Mr. Jayadhar Gupta has been very, very patiently listening to both of you gentlemen. Mr. Gupta, the claims that have been made by the Aam Aadmi Party and also in turn the Bharatiya Janata Party on what they have done for the country when it is about curbing pollution and what the Aam Aadmi Party specifically has been doing for the national capital. Are those efforts really working? And is it a practical solution?
Rhea, my lungs will tell you that, I've been an activist in this space for 11 years and my lungs are absolutely smoked. The first thing I want to say is that this is not only a Delhi problem. So if you draw a line from Amritsar to Calcutta and beyond, there are over 500 million people that are directly in the line of this fire. And this is not just a farm fire problem. The farm fires are only for a month, what we call episode 1 from the last week of October until the last week of November. Episode 2 is, just as bad, which starts around Christmas and goes till the end of January, where poor people are forced to light fires. Poor people, security guards, even rich people, everybody likes angitis because it's bitter cold in North India. You have to stay warm. It's about survival. And so, I don't want to get into politics, but what I can tell you is that, if I look at the winter action plan of the Aam Aadmi Party and their performance on this issue, the plan either they don't understand the problem. 10 years governance in Delhi, either they don't understand the problem or they have no intention of tackling the problem, because the plan lacks no teeth. As far as the central government is concerned, I just want to say that UP, Haryana, there are cities and places that have the air quality is a lot worse than Delhi. There's no conversation. There's no monitoring infrastructure outside of Delhi. I mean, there's hardly any monitoring infrastructure. If I lived in Allahabad, I don't even know that I'm dying with every breath. And the kind of morbidity and mortality that we're talking about, these guys are responsible. Why is the health minister not stepping out and making a statement that, people, why is the sports minister not stepping out? Why is the education minister not stepping out and mandating masks for children in going to schools every day? Where is the leadership in this country on health and environment? There is an absolute apathy, both, Delhi government and the rest of the states that I'm talking about, because everything is smoke right now in the Indo-Gangetic Plain. And I can tell you, over the next 90 days, it's only going to get worse. And we have all become pollution refugees. And you guys are responsible. I don't know how you can come and defend yourself on this platform. There is no defense. I'm sorry. Aam Aadmi Party, you had 10 years. You have nothing to show for it. I don't know, this reduction that you talk about is due to natural factors. Sometimes it's too warm. Sometimes the wind speeds are stronger and it assists you, and you get this data that you speak of. I'm sorry, if you talk about the science, we haven't done enough. Okay, we have a local emission problem that we can control. We have to change behavior. We have to expand the Ujjwala scheme. We need to get people on LPG gas cylinders and stop them from lighting chulas. We need to attack all the emission sources, the sources of emissions at the end, and nip them in the bud. What you're doing with these smog towers, and we're going to deploy 500 teams to go stop fires and burning. What a smog wash, yaar. Come on, who are you fooling? 10 years in, yaar. Okay. We've heard enough. We haven't seen enough, we've heard enough. It's not working.
Okay, so Mr. Singh, I ask you now, what is the centre really doing about this problem? That is not just a Delhi problem, like Mr. Gupta was just mentioning. It's a pan-India problem, but especially in northern India, that's where people suffer the most in these months that we are talking about. Why not work together? Why just indulge in this blame game that is happening, that we see every year? Mr. Singh, Mr. R.P. Singh.
I just now told you.
Yes.
I just now told you that central government provided some 3,300 crore rupees last year to Punjab only to ensure that they take care of the stubble burning, and also provided them some. Please Google and check, and I'll send you the complete detailed correspondence also between centre and the state. Those 1.5 lakh machines are still in the godown only. They are not being used. So if they don't want to use the centre money, they don't want to use the centre push, what can centre do? Other hand, I just told you, because of the centre's advice, Haryana government said that we won't pick up a single piece of paddy if you burn stubble. What can be more sterner than this for a farmer? He knows if he burns stubble.
So what is the practical solution? I just responded to this aspect that you have mentioned, and these are punitive measures that we are talking about, but nothing is really working on ground. And again, I'll go back to the reports of my colleagues that they have gone to these places, they have spoken to the small farmers. Even in Punjab, let's not just talk about Haryana, even in Punjab, the kind of incentives that you're putting in place, or you're giving them CRM machines, ek to unka number nahi aata, sir. We are talking about the small farmers. They are in the queue. They never get those machines. Even as far as the Pusa bio decomposer that we're talking about, that also is not something that is a practical solution. They have to go and get their fields ready for potato farming. What happens to that? The farmer cannot wait for that long. So these have turned out to be impractical solutions that the central government and the respective state governments have given to the farmer. Nothing really is working on ground. And you are talking about just the state of, let's say, Punjab. or for that matter, the Punjab government will talk about the state of Haryana. What about states like Madhya Pradesh? The data, the agriculture body has just come out with data which talks about how stubble burning instances are a maximum in the state of Madhya Pradesh. What does the BJP have to say about that? And to you, Anmol, I'll ask this question. There is needless accusation that is happening. You talk about how electric buses are not plying in Haryana. 150 buses plying in Gurgaon alone. 50 of them in Faridabad.
Their own central government agency data says that
make a point,
Gurgaon
please?
ranks
Yes.
number one
Okay,
in
Mr.
the most polluted cities this year.
Okay, Mr.
And
Singh, Mr. Singh, please complete your point. Yes.
Well, central government has provided some 1700 odd plus, if you want the right figure, 1756 buses to Delhi government, the electric buses. When ask them how many buses they have added, there are not more than 5,000 buses as a package, whereas Delhi today need 15,000 buses. If I get a transport from a house to go to the metro station, I can be picked from my house and taken to the metro station.
Okay, got your point. Anmol, make a quick point. I have to really close this. I only have 5 seconds on the show, sir. Yes, Anmol, I gave you the time.
It's the Honorable Supreme Court which has said that the government, central government is not incentivizing the farmers of Punjab and given them directions to do so within a week. The central government hasn't convened a single meeting of the northern state, despite the Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai writing time and again to them.
You know what is the problem here, and I'd like to close with that. And I will go back to the point that Mr. Jaydhar Gupta also was making, that so far in this half an hour of debating on the air pollution crisis in the national capital and in the northern part of the country, we have yet not been able to come to any conversation around what really is the solution to this problem. It is only politicking, it is only blame game, because here on one hand you have the Aam Aadmi Party government, on the other hand you have the BJP government in states like Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. But what is the solution? Nobody is in fact interested in answering, and that really is the problem. I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching.